The Bronze Age collapse, unraveling ancient mysteries.
A world turned upside down, the end of an era. The Late Bronze Age was a time of great advancements. From around 3000 to 1200 BC, civilizations in the Eastern Mediterranean flourished. They built grand cities, developed writing systems, and traded across vast distances. This period was a time of interconnectedness and prosperity. However, by 1200 BC, this interconnected world was collapsing. Over just a few short centuries, these once mighty civilizations crumbled. Palaces were burned, cities were abandoned, and trade routes were disrupted. This period of widespread societal collapse is now known as the Late Bronze Age collapse. The Bronze Age collapse was a pivotal moment in history. It marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new, uncertain age. Understanding this event is crucial for understanding the trajectory of human civilization. The collapse was not a single event, but a series of interconnected events that unfolded over several centuries. It was a complex process with no easy answers. The shattered lands from Greece to Egypt. The Late Bronze Age collapse impacted a vast geographical area. It stretched from Greece in the west to Egypt in the south, and Mesopotamia in the east. The Mycenaean civilization in Greece, known for its warrior culture and magnificent palaces, was utterly destroyed. The Hittite Empire in Anatolia, a powerful force in the region, vanished almost overnight. The great cities of the Levant, such as Ugarit and Byblos, were reduced to rubble. Even Egypt, though it survived, was significantly weakened by the crisis. The collapse was not uniform. Some regions, such as Egypt, were able to weather the storm better than others. However, the entire Eastern Mediterranean world was profoundly affected. The winds of change, climate, conflict, and chaos. Scholars have proposed numerous theories to explain the Late Bronze Age collapse. It was likely a combination of factors rather than a single cause that led to this period of upheaval. One prominent theory points to climate change. Evidence suggests a period of prolonged drought and climate instability around 1200 BC. This drought may have led to crop failures, famine, and mass migrations, putting immense pressure on existing social structures. Another theory highlights the role of warfare. The Late Bronze Age saw increased militarization and the rise of new, more powerful weapons. This period of intense warfare, perhaps driven by competition for resources or political power, could have destabilized the region. Internal unrest may have also played a role. As societies grew more complex, they may have become more vulnerable to internal strife. Rebellions, civil wars, and economic inequality could have weakened these civilizations from within. Section 4. Mysteries of the Past. Unsolved puzzles of the collapse. Despite decades of research, many questions about the Late Bronze Age collapse remain unanswered. The speed and scale of the collapse are still debated, as is the exact role of various contributing factors. One enduring mystery is the lack of a single unifying explanation for the collapse. Why did some civilizations collapse completely, while others survived, albeit weakened? Another mystery is the sudden disappearance of literacy in many regions. The Mycenaeans, the Hittites, and other civilizations lost their writing systems, which has made understanding their final years even more challenging. The lack of clear answers makes the Late Bronze Age collapse a source of endless fascination for historians and archaeologists. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of human civilization and the complex interplay of factors that can lead to its downfall. Section 5. Echoes in the Ruins, the Legacy of the Bronze Age. The Late Bronze Age collapse was a period of destruction and upheaval, but it also marked a new beginning. Out of the ashes of the old world, new civilizations arose, inheriting the legacy of their predecessors. The collapse created a power vacuum that allowed new groups such as the Philistines and the Arameans to migrate and establish themselves in the region. This period also saw the rise of new empires like the Neo-Assyrian Empire, which would go on to dominate the Near East. The collapse also led to important technological innovations. Iron, a more readily available metal than bronze, became increasingly important, ushering in the Iron Age. New forms of writing such as the Phoenician alphabet emerged, laying the foundation for later writing systems. Section 6. Conclusion. The Late Bronze Age collapse was a transformative period in history. It marked the end of an era of interconnectedness and prosperity, and the beginning of a new, more fragmented world. While the exact causes of the collapse remain a subject of debate, it was likely a complex interplay of climate change, warfare, internal strife, and other factors. The collapse serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness of human societies and the challenges they face in a changing world. Despite the devastation, the Late Bronze Age collapse also brought about new opportunities. New civilizations emerged, innovations flourished, and the world entered a new historical era. The echoes of this ancient catastrophe continue to resonate today, reminding us of the enduring power of resilience and adaptation in the face of adversity.
This show wouldn't be the same without you. Show your support with a like, share and subscribe. All the best, Harry.